Good afternoon, everyone. So, this question is to Sir Lucas. Don't you think the judiciary needs to be more aggressive and swift in making its judgments and for the implementation? Because they say, even if you argue that the constitutional barriers are there, but justice delayed is justice denied. So, what are you going to say about that?
Yes.
I think you can answer.
Should I repeat my question, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, don't you think the judiciary needs to be more swift and more aggressive in making its judgments, and also they should implement it very faster? Because you may argue about constitutional barriers and stuff, but justice delayed is justice denied.
Correct. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And let me add here that what is happening in the judiciary today, I'm sorry to say it, is unpardonable. The reason why I joined the judiciary in the year 1994 was because myself and 6 other like-minded lawyers in the city of Bombay, we said we will change this. And we were able to do it. Unfortunately, we were able to do it only in our courtrooms. And even today, I have retired 6 years back. But I'd like you can still check it on the internet. The areas in my courtroom were always 0. Because I told the bar, I said, if you are entitled to justice, I will give you instant justice. But if you are not entitled to justice, I am not going to load dead wood in the courts. Now, they didn't like it. I remember many of them came and told me, they said, sir, this is bad for business. I said, this is a profession, my friend. This is not business. So you are absolutely right about it. And I do believe that if you have a better quality of people inducted into the judiciary, this is one. The second aspect of it is that both judges and lawyers consider themselves to be something like sacred cows. You can't say a word about them, you see. You say something about judges and you'll be sent to jail. You say something about lawyers and you'll be sorry about it. So that is why a lot of this nonsense has continued. It is unpardonable and it is unjustified also. I remember pointing out in an article that the number of hearings in each case can be reduced by, you see, there are about 70 times as many hearings in cases as are required. And for this you require the cooperation of the lawyers to some extent. But if they don't cooperate, I do believe that strong and good judges, they can change the system overnight. There's no problem about it. And I hope you, if you're thinking of taking up law, do become one of the better judges of this country.
I want to add something to it, Justice, which is this, that I know of several cases where people have been involved in criminal cases, either as a respondent or as an accused, and if they are in the lower court, they remain as either an accused or the respondent for something like 20 years, 25 years. Every month, once or twice, they are required to report there and then come out of the court hall at the end of the day. Nothing happens there. Case keeps getting adjourned. And even if cases are heard, in India we have what is called as the adversarial system of jurisprudence, under which the judge will sit there and the two parties are allowed to battle it out. So that at the end of the day, the law of evidence is read, and if there are laches and lacunae, perhaps the benefit mostly going to the accused. And this whole battle between the two takes years on. Therefore, your question is extremely valid. Rajiv Gandhi during his time tried to bring in the French law of jurisprudence, or maybe the inquisitorial type of jurisprudence. But after about 2 years of debate, he gave it up because he was told that Indians are very, very divided lot. They cannot look beyond their own caste and community. And if you have any other system, then there would be a lot more innocent people suffering than just people suffering, innocent suffering, than the criminal being, actually nailed. Therefore, that idea was given up. Would you like to throw some light on that, sir? The Rajiv Gandhi's debate, and finally they gave it up.
Well, look, Lucas, my answer is very short and simple. There is nothing wrong with the system. It is the human beings who are working it who are creating all these problems. And I do believe we don't have to go to other countries. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the system. We did follow the British system, which is not very well suited to the subcontinent, but it has been modified. We have done it in appropriate cases. And I personally believe that it's got to be left to the human beings. But I would like to see strong public opinion coming out. And I was very happy last week when the Prime Minister said that the government is now considering taking over the appointment of judges and the appointment of judicial officers. Because what was happening is that last year at a conference, I was shocked to hear this, at a conference in Goa, a professor pointed out to me, he said, "Sir, since independence, all the posts in the higher judiciary have been circulated within a coterie of just 200 families. Yes. Now, if this is what is happening, he was talking about the High Courts and the Supreme Court. So there's a lot of reform that is required to come about, and I do believe that as an outcome of this present movement, this Lokpal movement, this is a fallout to it. We will work very hard towards reforming the system.